NBC right now. Your local news at 5.
If you've ever wanted to sit in the cockpit and drive a hydroplane, our parking lot is the place to be tonight.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Meredith Boggs.
Shane Ettinger, the countdown to the 2014 Tri-City Water Follies is officially underway. Just 3 more days now until the racing officially begins.
But fans didn't have to wait until they get behind the wheel themselves. Now all they had to do was come to our parking lot and jump in the hydro simulator we've had outside today.
Matt Reichman is outside in our parking lot right now checking it out. Matt, tell us more about it.
Well, Shane, it was actually a very interesting experience. I don't know, it's probably very difficult to understand what it's like to actually operate a hydro unless you come and do this simulator. It's a lot of fun, though, I will tell you that. And I would like to show that, we got a little line of people out here. Everyone's interested in coming down and getting as close as they can as actually operating a hydro. I wanted to show you guys, we have my nice NBC right now decal. The folks at Signs by Sue, nice enough to make this classy looking decal that's on this boat, which is it was a 7-liter boat when it was still operational, and that was replaced by Grand Prix. I'm actually going to come over here and talk to Bob Wright. Bob Wright is the operator of the hydro simulator. So Bob, tell me what the reaction's been like today of the people coming down here and getting a glimpse of what it's like to operate a hydro.
Lots of crashes. A lot of crashes. We got one going right now. Yeah, so it never ends. But oh yeah, they have a ball with it. We're going to be we'll be at the pub tomorrow in Kennewick, and then Baymont Inn and Suites on Wednesday, okay. And then we'll be down at the race site on Friday.
So I don't know if we want to, Dustin, you want to come over here and take a look at, this is essentially the view that when you're inside that cockpit, this is what you're looking at, and it's obviously not exactly the same as a real hydro, but it does go pretty fast, and I mean, it's a pretty good representation of actually driving a hydro, right?
Well, it's really close, and what's really fun is when Greg Hopp and Jerry Hopp go at it, father-son, and oh, there's a nice crash. Another one, that's about 700 on the day, and nobody gets hurt. It's beautiful. Right.
So, yeah, we wanted to just let people know that, Bob, you'll be down here pretty much the rest of the night, right?
Yeah, I'll be here as long as people are showing up, and we're getting quite a crowd going, and I wanted to take this opportunity to thank Overturf Motors. Oh. They'll be actually sponsoring the race boat, which will be in town on Thursday.
All right, well, that's about all the time we have. Just remember, if you want to come down here and try the simulator, Bob says he'll be here pretty much all night. Live in Kennewick, Matt Reichman, NBC right now.
From the FordCountry.com Sports Studio, this is an SWX Sports Update.
We are live here in the at the NBC right now studios in the parking lot, actually, and wanted to show that we still got a line of people here waiting to use the hydro simulator, which is it's basically, it looks like a video game. It's inside of what used to be a 7-liter hydro boat. Those were replaced by the Grand Prix boats, those loud ones that you see every year on the Columbia River. Just wanted to let you guys know that it's free right now. He will be charging $5, some of that money going to charity when it actually gets down to the park, and it is hydro weekend, but you can take advantage right now and come down here and use it free. Bob Wright is the man operating it. He says he'll pretty much be here all night as long as people are interested in doing the hydro simulator. Taking a look at the Dust for their first win at home in July. We will be back with more NBC right now after the break.
Well, Tim has mentioned that we probably will get some pretty decent weather this weekend for the 49th annual Tri-City Water Follies.
Well, here we are, just 3 more days until the racing officially begins, and hydro fans have been stopping by outside our station to get behind the wheel themselves. Matt
Reichman's out in our parking lot right now with the Hydroplane driving simulator, checking everything out. Matt, you got some friends out there.
Yeah, actually, we've had a longer line earlier in the day. I wanted to show you that it's actually a little bit smaller now, so it's an opportunity if you do want to come down and use the simulator. Wanted to mention that it's going to be free today, and it's going to be at the pub tomorrow, so it'll be actually at some various locations, but it will be free until the weekend when it'll cost $5. And what's new this year is that, there used to be just 1 spot in the cockpit. Now there's 2, so if you want to come down here with a friend and challenge each other, you can actually race against each other. And Bob Wright is actually the guy who's, well, you can't see him right now. He's got oh, there he is over there. But he's got the lid open right now, and you can actually hear the sounds of it. It's supposed to obviously simulate a real hydro, and I was able to get in. I'm not quite sure how well I was doing at staying inside the course, but I was trying my best. So this is actually kind of I guess you'd call it a decommissioned boat. It was a 7-liter boat when it was in its racing days. It's now retired. The 7 liters were replaced by the Grand Prix boats. Those are those really loud ones that you see if you come down to the Columbia Cup, a lot louder and smaller than the Unlimited. So yeah, as I was saying, it's a good opportunity to I guess, simulate as close as you can to what a real unlimited would be like. Most of us obviously will not get that opportunity. But the $5 that it will cost you when you're down at the river, down in the park this weekend, some of that goes to the relief for the Oso mudslide victims. And so, part of it going to a good cause. But as I said, yeah, Bob Wright down here with us at our studios in Kennewick, and a small line right now if you want to come down and give it a shot. But he says he'll pretty much be here all night as long as people are interested in coming down. But that'll do it for out here. I'll see you if you come down here. For now, we'll send it back to the studio.
From the FordCountry.com Sports Studio, this is an SWX Sports Update.
And we are here at the NBC right now studios in Kennewick. I am sitting on what used to be a functional hydro. It was a 7-liter boat called the Buccaneer in its racing days, and it's now been changed. Well, the purpose for it has been changed. It is now a hydro simulator, and you still have the opportunity to come down here tonight and participate. I took part, that is, earlier in the night, and it was a lot of fun. It's probably as close as you're going to get to operating a real hydro. Obviously, most of us never will get the opportunity to do that, but a lot of good stuff down here. I never did show you that we still have the first place unlimited driver. This is what all the drivers of the unlimiteds are going to want to be hoisting at the end of the weekend. We'll obviously see what happens on Friday during the Dash for Cash, and then Saturday and Sunday as the actual heats get underway. But you do have the opportunity to come down here if you would like and participate. It's free tonight, and it's going to be all over town. It's going to be at the pub. It's going to be at a local hotel, and it'll be free all week until the actual weekend comes around. It'll be $5, and actually some of that money going to a good cause, some of the victims of the Oso mudslides. Moving on, and speaking of hydros, we know now that the driver's about 3 days away from arriving, and they had the weekend off after Jimmy Shane took the Gold Cup in Detroit. Drivers typically showing up on Thursday. Most of them will, and Shane has stepped up, and he will be the boat to beat, as he narrowly missed out on a Columbia Cup win last year. He lost to Steve David, but he says he knows he's got that target on his back.
I was going to do whatever it took, and that's like we were talking earlier. You put that target on somebody that, and it's coming. It's coming for me. I know it's already there. So I'm looking forward to basically challenging myself to continue the success that I've had.
Moving on to the Diamond, the Tri-City Dust Devils, their bats and the team cooling down as the weather heats up. They had lost 6 of 9 coming into today with the Vancouver Canadians and had not won a home game in July. Put up the cockpit there, you get a little bit more of the sound of the hydro, but small line if you want to come down here and participate in the hydro simulator. Then we'll send it back into the studio.
All right, thank you, Matt. I need to check that out this year. I tried it last year, but
it's a lot of fun.
Now that it's a 2-seater, that'd be kind of cool.